Two friends, Raju and Vinod, open a small snack stall together. Raju puts in 6,000 rupees and Vinod puts in 4,000 rupees, and after 1 year they make a total profit of 5,000 rupees. Before we work it out together, pause for a second. How much of that 5,000 rupee profit do you think each friend should fairly get? Type your guess in the comments. Since both of them kept their money in the business for the exact same 1 year, it is only fair that whoever put in more money should get more of the profit, in the same proportion. Let's think of their money in small, equal chunks of 2,000 rupees each, just like slicing a cake into equal pieces. So Raju's money makes up 3 of these chunks, and Vinod's money makes up 2 of these chunks, 5 chunks in total. Now we use the same trick as sharing a mixture. Find out what one single chunk, or one part, of the profit is worth. Raju owns 3 of those chunks, so his share is 3 times 1,000 rupees, which is 3,000 rupees. Vinod owns 2 of those chunks, so his share is 2 times 1,000 rupees, which is 2,000 rupees, and together that adds right back up to 5,000. Here's something neat. What actually decided the split was never the exact rupee amounts, only how the 2 investments compared to each other. If Raju had put in 60,000 and Vinod 40,000 instead, 10 times bigger, the chunks would still be 3 chunks and 2 chunks, 5 in total. So even with a much bigger profit, say 50,000 rupees this time, each part is now 10,000 rupees, and Raju still walks away with exactly 3/5 of it, 30,000 rupees. Now let's change the story. Suppose Meena and Sohan both invest the exact same 5,000 rupees each in a juice cart. But Meena keeps her money invested for the whole 12 months of the year, while Sohan pulls his money out after only 6 months. Even though they put in the same rupees, it doesn't feel fair to split the profit equally, because Meena's money was working in the business twice as long as Sohan's. Think of it like renting out money by the month. 5,000 rupees sitting in the business for 1 month is 1 unit of usefulness, so we should count how many rupee months each person actually contributed. Meena contributed 5,000 rupees for 12 months, which is 5,000 times 12, 60,000 rupee months. Sohan contributed 5,000 rupees for only 6 months, which is 5,000 times 6, 30,000 rupee months. 60,000 to 30,000 is the same comparison as 2 to 1, so Meena should fairly get twice as much profit as Sohan. If their juice cart made 9,000 rupees profit, one part is 9,000 divided by 3, 3,000 rupees, so Meena gets 2 parts, 6,000 rupees, and Sohan gets 1 part, 3,000 rupees. Now let's put both ideas together, since real partnerships often have both different money and different time invested. Ali invests 8,000 rupees for 6 months into a bakery, and Farah invests 3,000 rupees but keeps hers in for the full 12 months. Just like before, we work out each person's rupee months. Ali's is 8,000 times 6, 48,000 rupee months. Farah's is 3,000 times 12, also 36,000 rupee months. 48,000 to 36,000 simplifies down to 4 to 3, so we split the bakery's profit into 4 parts for Ali and 3 parts for Farah, 7 parts in total. If the bakery earned a profit of 14,000 rupees, 1 part is 14,000 divided by 7, 2,000 rupees. So Ali takes 4 parts, 8,000 rupees, and Farah takes 3 parts, 6,000 rupees, and checking, 8,000 plus 6,000 gives back the full 14,000. So here's the whole method in plain terms. Whenever money is invested for the same time, just compare the money to get the parts. Whenever the time invested is different too, first multiply each person's money by their own number of months to get their rupee months, and compare those instead. Either way, once you have the parts, divide the total profit by the total number of parts to find what one part is worth, then multiply by each person's own number of parts. Two friends, Meena and Rita, start a small bakery together. Meena puts in 3,000 rupees and Rita puts in 5,000 rupees, both for the same 1 year. At the end of the year, the bakery makes a profit of 4,000 rupees. How should they split this profit fairly? Pause for a moment. How do you think this 4,000 rupees should be split between them? Type your guess in the comments. Since both of them invested for the same length of time, all that matters is how their money compares, so we can break their investments into equal-sized parts and see how many parts each one owns. The biggest chunk that fits evenly into both 3,000 and 5,000 is 1,000 rupees. So Meena's money is 3 chunks of 1,000, and Rita's money is 5 chunks of 1,000. So altogether there are 3 plus 5, which is 8 equal parts sharing the profit. The total profit is 4,000 rupees, so each single part is worth 4,000 divided by 8, which is 500 rupees. Meena owns 3 of these parts, so she gets 3 times 500, which is 1,500 rupees. Rita owns 5 parts, so she gets 5 times 500, which is 2,500 rupees. Arjun invests 12,000 rupees and Vikram invests 18,000 rupees in a stationery shop, both for the same 8 months. If the shop earns a profit of 9,000 rupees, find each partner's share. Before we work it out, take a guess what split feels right to you. Drop your answer in the comments below. Because the time invested is identical for both, we only need to compare their money, so let's break both investments into equal-sized parts and count how many parts each person has. The largest chunk that divides both 12,000 and 18,000 evenly is 6,000 rupees. So Arjun's money is 2 chunks of 6,000, and Vikram's money is 3 chunks of 6,000. That gives a total of 2 plus 3, which is 5 equal parts in all. The total profit of 9,000 rupees split across these 5 parts means each part is worth 9,000 divided by 5, which is 1,800 rupees. Arjun holds 2 parts, so he gets 2 times 1,800, which is 3,600 rupees. Vikram holds 3 parts, so he gets 3 times 1,800, which is 5,400 rupees. A small investment of 4,000 rupees and 6,000 rupees between 2 partners, Sunita and Rakesh, earned a profit of 2,000 rupees when held for the same period. If both partners had instead invested exactly double these amounts, 8,000 rupees and 12,000 rupees, for the same period, and the profit doubled to 4,000 rupees, would the split between them change? Find each partner's share in the new case. Take a second to think about this one. Will doubling everything change how the profit gets split? Share your guess in the comments. Both invested for the same time in each version, so again we only care about their money ratio. Let's break the new, doubled investments into equal parts just like before. The largest chunk fitting evenly into 8,000 and 12,000 is 4,000 rupees. So Sunita's money is 2 chunks of 4,000, and Rakesh's money is 3 chunks of 4,000. That is a total of 2 plus 3, which is 5 equal parts, the exact same number of parts as with the smaller amounts. The new profit of 4,000 rupees divided across these 5 parts means each part is worth 4,000 divided by 5, which is 800 rupees. Sunita gets 2 parts, so she earns 2 times 800, which is 1,600 rupees. Rakesh gets 3 parts, so he earns 3 times 800, which is 2,400 rupees. Notice the split is still exactly 2 is to 3, just like with the smaller numbers. 2 friends, Farhan and Deepak, put in the same amount of 15,000 rupees each into a food cart business. Farhan's money stays invested for 10 months, while Deepak's money stays invested for only 6 months since he joined later and pulled out early. At the end, they earn a profit of 3,200 rupees. How should this profit be divided between them? Here's one to think about: same money, different time. Pause and guess how the profit should split, then tell us in the comments. Since both of them put in exactly the same money, The only thing that decides the fair split here is how long each one's money stayed working in the business, so we compare their months instead of their rupees. The largest chunk that fits evenly into both 10 months and 6 months is 2 months. So Farhan's time is 5 chunks of 2 months, and Deepak's time is 3 chunks of 2 months. That makes a total of 5 plus 3, which is 8 equal parts sharing the profit. The profit of 3,200 rupees split across 8 parts means each part is worth 3,200 divided by 8, which is 400 rupees. Farhan owns 5 parts, so he gets 5 times 400, which is 2,000 rupees. Deepak owns 3 parts, so he gets 3 times 400, which is 1,200 rupees. Priya and Neha both invest 8,000 rupees each in a boutique. Priya's investment runs for the full 12 months of the year, but Neha joins partway through, and her money is invested for only 4 months. The boutique makes a profit of 6,000 rupees for the year. Find how much each partner should get. Give it a guess before we solve. How do you think this 6,000 rupees should be split? Comment your answer below. Both partners put in the same money, so the fair split depends only on how many months each one's money actually worked in the business. We compare their time in equal chunks. The largest chunk fitting evenly into both 12 months and 4 months is 4 months. So Priya's time is 3 chunks of 4 months, and Neha's time is 1 chunk of 4 months. So there are 3 plus 1, which is 4 equal parts sharing the profit. The profit of 6,000 rupees split into 4 parts means each part is worth 6,000 divided by 4, which is 1,500 rupees. Priya owns 3 parts, so she gets 3 times 1,500, which is 4,500 rupees. Neha owns 1 part, so she gets 1,500 rupees. Kabir invests 5,000 rupees for 12 months in a printing business, while his partner Salim invests 10,000 rupees for only 6 months. At the end of the year, they earn a profit of 5,000 rupees. How should the profit be split between them? This one has both different money and different time. Pause and guess the split, then drop it in the comments. Here both the money and the time are different for each partner, so instead of comparing rupees alone or months alone, we multiply each person's money by their months to get a single fair number, and then split the profit using those numbers as parts. Kabir's figure is 5,000 rupees multiplied by 12 months, which comes to 60,000. Salim's figure is 10,000 rupees multiplied by 6 months, which comes to 60,000 as well. Both numbers, 60,000 and 60,000, are exactly equal, so we can treat them as equal-sized parts. The largest chunk that fits evenly into both is 60,000 itself, so Kabir has 1 chunk and Salim has 1 chunk. That gives a total of 1 plus 1, which is 2 equal parts. The profit of 5,000 rupees split into 2 parts means each part is worth 2,500 rupees. Since each partner owns exactly 1 part, Kabir gets 2,500 rupees and Salim also gets 2,500 rupees. Their capital months came out equal, so they split the profit right down the middle. Tarun invests 6,000 rupees for 10 months in a small electronics repair shop, and his partner Ismail invests 8,000 rupees for 9 months. At the end, the shop shows a profit of 3,300 rupees. Find each partner's rightful share of the profit. Different money, different time again. Take a guess at the split and let us know in the comments before we solve it. Since the money and the time both differ between the 2 partners, we first multiply each person's money by the number of months they kept it invested, and use those 2 results as the parts for splitting the profit. Tarun's figure is 6,000 rupees multiplied by 10 months, which comes to 60,000. Ismail's figure is 8,000 rupees multiplied by 9 months, which comes to 72,000. The largest chunk that fits evenly into both 60,000 and 72,000 is 12,000. So Tarun's figure is 5 chunks of 12,000, and Ismail's figure is 6 chunks of 12,000. That gives a total of 5 plus 6, which is 11 equal parts sharing the profit. The profit of 3,300 rupees split across 11 parts means each part is worth 3,300 divided by 11, which is 300 rupees. Tarun owns 5 parts, so he gets 5 times 300, which is 1,500 rupees. Ismail owns 6 parts, so he gets 6 times 300, which is 1,800 rupees. 3 friends, Anil, Bala, and Chetan, start a delivery service together. Anil invests 2,000 rupees, Bala invests 3,000 rupees, and Chetan invests 5,000 rupees, all for the same 1 year. If the business earns a profit of 5,000 rupees, how should it be split among the 3 of them? Now, with 3 partners in the mix, pause and guess how the 5,000 rupees should be shared. Then tell us your guess in the comments. All 3 invested for the same length of time, so we just compare their money, breaking all 3 amounts into equal-sized parts, the same way we would with 2 partners. The largest chunk that fits evenly into 2,000, 3,000, and 5,000 is 1,000 rupees. So Anil has 2 chunks, Bala has 3 chunks, and Chetan has 5 chunks. That's a total of 2 plus 3 plus 5, which is 10 equal parts sharing the profit. The profit of 5,000 rupees split across 10 parts means each part is worth 5,000 divided by 10, which is 500 rupees. Anil gets 2 parts, so 2 times 500 is 1,000 rupees. Bala gets 3 parts, so 3 times 500 is 1,500 rupees. Chetan gets 5 parts, so 5 times 500 is 2,500 rupees. Rohan starts a juice stall by putting in 4,000 rupees. 4 months later, his friend Samir joins by putting in 6,000 rupees. Both amounts remain invested until the year closes, exactly 12 months from when Rohan started. If the stall earns a profit of 3,000 rupees for the year, find each person's share. Notice Samir joined later, so his money worked for fewer months. Pause and guess how the profit splits. Then comment your answer. First, we need to figure out exactly how many months each person's money was actually invested. And since the money amounts also differ, we multiply each person's money by their own number of months to get a fair comparison number. Rohan's money was invested for the full 12 months. Samir joined 4 months late, so his money was invested for only 12 minus 4, which is 8 months. Rohan's figure is 4,000 rupees multiplied by 12 months, which comes to 48,000. Samir's figure is 6,000 rupees multiplied by 8 months, which comes to 48,002. Since both figures are exactly 48,000, they are equal parts. The largest chunk fitting evenly into both is 48,000 itself, so Rohan has 1 chunk and Samir has 1 chunk. That's a total of 1 plus 1, which is 2 equal parts. The profit of 3,000 rupees split into 2 parts means each part is worth 1,500 rupees. So Rohan gets 1,500 rupees, and Samir also gets 1,500 rupees, even though Samir invested for fewer months, because he put in more money to make up for the shorter time. 3 partners, Vishal, Om, and Deepa, invest in a tailoring business. Vishal puts in 4,000 rupees for 12 months, Om puts in 6,000 rupees for 8 months, and Deepa puts in 3,000 rupees for 10 months. At the end, the business earns a profit of 6,300 rupees. Find how much each partner should receive. This is the trickiest one yet, with 3 partners each investing different money for different times. Pause and take your best guess, then comment it below. With 3 partners all differing in both money and time, we multiply each person's money by their own months to get 1 fair number per partner. And then we treat those 3 numbers as parts of the profit. Vishal's figure is 4,000 rupees multiplied by 12 months, which comes to 48,000. Om's figure is 6,000 rupees multiplied by 8 months, which comes to 48,000 as well. Deepa's figure is 3,000 rupees multiplied by 10 months, which comes to 30,000. The largest chunk that fits evenly into 48,000, 48,000, and 30,000 is 6,000. So Vishal has 8 chunks, Om has 8 chunks, and Deepa has 5 chunks. That's a total of 8 plus 8 plus 5, which is 21 equal parts sharing the profit. The profit of 6,300 rupees, split across 21 parts means each part is worth 6,300 divided by 21, which is 300 rupees. Vishal gets 8 parts, so 8 times 300 is 2,400 rupees. Om also gets 8 parts, so another 2,400 rupees. Deepa gets 5 parts, so 5 times 300 is 1,500 rupees.